the Discord?
So, we've been having a lot of thoughts recently in regards to really quite a lot of different things. One of them is what we've decided to do is we're now going to have two Discord channels. The second Discord is already set up and ready to go, but basically we're going to have a comp gamers, which is for people who are specifically in teams, for them to have team chat and for them to talk to each other. And then we're also going to have a community Discord, which is the current Discord that we already have. So in the next week or so, we will start adding people to it. We've just got a couple of things we need to finish up. But once we finish those up, we will be getting in touch with platform leaders to get these invites sent out to the new Discord. But this is only for people who are in teams. So that'll be the Dirt Overwatch team, the PC CSGO team.
Hold on. To specify on that, you gotta meet the requirements of the game. So, like, Fortnite, you gotta be at a certain skill level. For Rocket League, we have Gavin, who is in charge of that. He knows the skill level that he has set. PlayStation has their own skill level. Control can specify on that. Dead by Daylight, I know the skill level for that. I already have that set. Now, with Overwatch, because it's going cross-platform, cross-play, we are needing to get a team that's on every console. So I know, Doc, you said you're going to help Saren on that for the PC to help
get all my team that entirely left, dude.
Yeah, you're gonna struggle to find competitive teams for console in general, because there really isn't a competitive Overwatch thing on console of any.
As of right now, but because they're swapping it over, releasing with the Switch with the new Overwatch crossover and everything, it's going to be completely crossplay.
They announced
on consoles. Yep. I don't think it's on PC.
It's going to be completely across everything, just like Call of Duty is. Because Call of Duty is owned by Blizzard as well as Activision owns Blizzard.
Do you have like a Blizzard dev saying this somewhere?
Yes, they said it at the last LAN event for the finals. They had a fucking full-on reputational thing where they sat down and said, "This is in the plans for Overwatch, and this is what's coming to the game by the year 2020."
All right.
So it's coming soon. I'm just not knowing when, but they already announced it. Rainbow Six Siege is waiting for the new consoles to come out, and they're going to be making the same moves as well.
All right.
Because they had a slight tournament with PC people playing against controllers, and controllers were destroying PC people. Not saying that everyone's the same way. It's all about skill set. So some people are better at controllers, some better at mouse and keyboard. But they proved it that it depends on your skill.
Wait,
that's all
what was the tournament? What game was the tournament?
Overwatch. They had an actual Overwatch as well as in Siege and a few other games where they put controllers versus mouse and keyboard, and controllers were beating mouse and keyboard. Straight up. Of course, the mouse and keyboard team eventually won, but it was an even game all the way down, where it looked, like, okay, keyboard and mouse is on even keel as controllers. So it's all about skill. It was on the main stage kind of thing when they had the tournament.
What
tournament?
What tournament? Yeah.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about contenders?
The tournament.
Talking about contenders or Overwatch League?
Overwatch League. Some of their players are using controllers. And we're destroying other people's.
Cool.
I know it was Houston Outlaws had a player doing it as a tester. It was pretty much just in testing, but it got the thumbs up from the whole committee of competitive. Like the actual major LAN competitive is going to be going.
That was yesterday?
No, this was a little bit back before the new season started up.
All right, I'm just
because they were just Well, no, because they were just waiting for the for the Switch port, and now if you guys look it up, Switch does have an Overwatch port coming. They were just waiting for that. It is there.
Okay.
Because they're also adding Tracer in for Super Smash Bros. They had to work on licensing agreement, so everything's coming together.
So yeah, anyway, so you need to make sure you meet the requirements. If you need to know what your requirements are, probably worth speaking to your platform leader or drop us a DM, and we will either find them out for you or we can probably tell you them. So yeah, but the new Discord will literally be for people who meet the requirements and are in teams. If you aren't invited to the new Discord because you're not in a team, don't take it personally. You know, it's not because we don't want you to be part of TL, purely for the fact that we need somewhere that those who are in teams need somewhere to talk that's quiet, rather than you know, having 70 or 80 people in one Discord that are just, as soon as you send a message, it disappears somewhere up the chat. So that's why that's happening, and it just gives us a split between those people who want to support us and be with us. And
yeah, these are for the truly committed, especially with streamers. Like, if you're wanting to actually continue to stream on Mixer, this is where your area is going to be. We did it also for the community, so some people don't want to go to Mixer, then you can just continue to stream, but you're streaming based, like, do not post your streams in the Pro Discord, post it in the community Discord. So if you're on Twitch, YouTube, so everyone can have their playing field the same. It's just, we're trying to make everyone happy.
So that is in the works. That should be done in the next. But I believe it is pretty much set up. I think there's just a few things I want to tweak before we start inviting people. But if you do want to get into the new Discord with us, then it's a case of making sure you meet the requirements and making sure you're willing to turn up to training and turn up for your tournaments when they happen. We've had a few instances recently where people have committed to doing tournaments and they've not turned up, and that's a big problem. That's a big no-no. We can't have you.
We also announced our 3 mods besides that point. Our moderators for each channel, for our Pro Discord channel, it's only going to be 1. It's going to be Doc. And then on the community, we have 3 of them. Insanity appointed Fox as one of them. We have Expert as the other, and then we have Doc for also as it. And then we're going to create a role called Recruiter, and that person, we're going to have 2 of them, and their job is just to solely recruit and or bring people into the Discord. Across all platforms. Don't just recruit for your own platform. Look out for the best people that you feel would suit the best for the community of Team Legacy. That role was wanting to be added by Insanity, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. It's worth having. So
Cutting out a little bit, Orc.
what?
You're cutting out just a tiny bit.
Sorry, let me just grab my phone. I'm talking through Bluetooth headset, so it might have just been cutting out a little bit. So it really is a case of we're just trying to move forward with this, and we still want everyone to be a part of it. You know, we don't want to start getting rid of people just because of small things. You know, we needed an area where we can literally have the teams that are teams for them to talk. But as I say, if you do want to join us with the teams, then you need to make sure you are committed to turning up to training and turning up to tournaments. And if you say you turn up to a tournament, you're committed to a tournament, we expect you to be there, and we expect your game to be updated well in advance of the tournament. If the game gets updated on the day of the tournament and you don't know, then that's one thing. Okay, but we had an instance in one game. It was updated 4 or 5 days before the tournament started, and we had one player sign on, and he needed to update his game. You know, that was something that he should have done 4 or 5 days ago, and then he didn't turn up to the tournament, and then we eventually, I think we came 55th in the end. You know, when we could have got a lot further if everyone had been there. So it is important that if you do commit, you know, obviously if you're ill and you end up in hospital, or you know you physically cannot play your PC or whatever console you're on, then that is an understandable circumstance. But you need to let us know ASAP, not an hour before the tournament starts, because we need to find a replacement for you, and that isn't always a quick job, because people aren't always available. So if you have committed to a tournament and then you find you can't turn up for whatever reason, you need to tell us well in advance or as soon as you know. And as I say, as for updating the game, there you've just got to make sure your games are updated. I know Xbox and PlayStation. I know PlayStation does it automatically. PC, I know you probably don't even notice it happen. I know I don't ever notice any of my games update. I don't know what happens.
Xbox has a setting for updates where you can automatically do it, or you can by hand do it.
So if you turn on auto updates, they'll just happen in the background, and you shouldn't ever have that problem. But I'm aware that sometimes, with smaller tournaments, developers do release updates on the day of a tournament, and it's just a pain in the ass. But you just need to make sure your game is updated. Log on 2 hours, 3 hours before the tournament starts, just in case it's a big update. Just check your game, make sure everything's working properly, so when you do go into the tournament, you're not going to have any problems. Any time I'm streaming, I will log on at least half an hour before I start my stream, make sure everything's going to work properly, set.
I also want to figure out who here, I know everyone's kind of muted. I want to find us 2 people that we can trust to take this recruiter role that are not moderators already, that's going to be able to recruit for every single console and device. We want people who are seriously committed to bringing in people and building the Team Legacy community.
I'm just going to say one more time, on the Overwatch console stuff, I'm not able to find a single reputable source that says they're going to crossplay, confirmed. And even still, it's not. In my experience, going all the way back to pre, beta, I played in the beta to now. I really don't believe we're ever going to see a competitive console scene for Overwatch. And I think it'd be.
We had one originally for Xbox. Xbox had one a long time ago.
There's competitive console, but I don't think they're going to crossplay.
I don't think.
We can recruit for PC, but none of us play on console, so.
Yeah, that's kind of an issue.
Well, that's okay. I would handle the console side if that is what's needed. But I'm saying we just need to build the whole community up as in a general.
Understandable.
For all games.
And then I have just one more question, because I don't want us to get too far and not cover it. If we make the second Discord, are we required, and we are in that one, are we required to stay in this one as well?
And how similar will the announcements be between the 2 of them?
Yeah.
One's just for pro players only. There's not even really going to be any announcements. That's up for your leader of the game to make you guys schedule for practices and different things like that.
What's the point of having that then if there's really nothing going to be there,
Well, that's because we're trying to create separate...
Individuals, for training, to organise events, and to talk about specifically team stuff. And we've created the community. The community one will be used for more general conversation between the community, for people to talk to each other, and to have a bit of fun.
Alright.
And with the community, whenever we host a meeting, if you guys are still in the community one, we don't want you to leave the community, because the whole point of this is to still be a team. And with the community, what we're going to be doing is hosting meetings, and everything's still going to be here. Community events, hopefully, all that fun stuff.
All right. And then Yeah, no, that's pretty much all I had. So like I know like Saren's Overwatch team, like they still have to find people. Can we
Fucking
just get like
left.
Decided
Yeah.
to leave.
they're still in the Dirt Discord too, that one guy.
Yeah.
Weird. Whatever. But yeah, like I mean Dirt's all ready to go to be moved in. Like we're set whenever we can get
Already.
it.
But so I
go on.
don't believe I have anything else to say.
No, I think that's about it. The only other thing I do want to talk about is, and to be honest, everyone's here, but just activity within the Discord. If we send out a message asking for a reply, and if it's a yes no answer, just quickly send a yes no answer, just so we know what's going on. So at least if we try and organise a meeting, then we can know whether you're turning up, whether you're not turning up, and it's just kind of useful. But yeah, the biggest thing for me is visually on the Discord, and this is why we're making the changes. Is there's been a lack of, I know CS:GO guys, you probably train. In fact, I know you train because I've been vaguely in some of your sessions. But other than that, I haven't ever seen any form of schedule, any form of communication between any of the rest of the teams. So it's just all about getting that communication up, making sure you're playing with each other. And the more you play with each other, the better you will get, and you'll start to learn each other's play styles. One thing I said to Cantrell last night when I had a meeting with the PlayStation guys was that if you wouldn't go into a squad's Fortnite with a 3-man squad, just and have a random player, because you don't know how they play, and you won't do well. I can guarantee you that now. So making sure you're playing with each other, even if it's just casual, even I do it with the CS:GO guys. Normally, if we're having a big meeting and we finish it and we end up playing CS:GO and there's 5 of us, we'll jump into competitive. It will be more aimed at having a bit of fun and a bit of a laugh, but at the same time, we also try and take it semi-seriously. So it's a little bit of what I'm going to call fun training rather than let's just serious training. So try and get together with your teams. Have a bit of fun. And yeah, I think that's it, really. I don't think there's really anything else to talk about. Doc, I don't know if there's anything else you need to mention.
The only thing I'm doing right now is going through the community Discord and fixing permissions on channels as well as permissions on roles.
That's
About it.
more. That's not a problem. That's something for us. No, that's fine. I think that's it. Really, I don't think really there's anything else to talk about unless anyone else has anything they'd like to bring up.
I mean, I had a question.
Okay, you can go first.
Yeah. I was wondering, are you guys ever gonna imply a rule to where if you don't show up to like 3 or 4 meetings, you'll get banned or something?
At this point, I'm going to say maybe it is starting to become a problem that people aren't turning up for meetings. I know they have been on very short notice quite a lot of the time, and we will try and be better at planning them in advance. But a lot of the times we'll be having conversations where we'll be needing to make some big decisions, and we just have to call a meeting because we need people to be there so we can sometimes make these decisions and make sure people are happy with what we're doing.
Yeah.
So, we will try and be a little bit more forward and plan it in advance. Try and give you three. At best, we will try and, if we can, give you a week's notice. Gives us a week to plan what we want to talk about, and if any issues come up with that week, we can then address them at that meeting. So we will try and be more. We will try and plan better, and that's something that us as co-owners we need to do better at, and we do understand that. Sometimes it is a case of it's a really short notice meeting, and we need as many of you to be there so we can talk about things. But we will try and plan it better for you guys, so you guys can organise.
Okay. And then
So,
I have one more thing. Is that
Yeah.
it's kind of an issue, I think, for people to get these notifications when, like, in just my case, you guys send out on average, I think 2 or 3 at everyone's a day, and it's very, very, a lot of them aren't exactly the most necessary thing in the world. So
that's fine. So, I mean,
it's kind of like,
usually-
I'd like to be at them, but I don't want 15 notifications coming from it. So it's like, if you want
No,
people to
it's
show
fine,
up, you can't be spamming people.
I totally understand where you're coming from. Just see it from our side of things. Is if people aren't getting I'll be honest with you, even I have my notifications turned off for a lot of the chats in the server, and I think that is possibly quite a common thing throughout people. Because I used to get bombarded from Discord with so many notifications that I just started muting things, and now. And if someone now unless they mention me or at everyone, I don't physically get a notification. So if we need people to see something, we have to at everyone, because otherwise people won't see it. We will try and do less, and we'll try and keep them to a minimum. But that's the reason why we have to. If I could guarantee you that everyone would see the message, then we wouldn't do it. But because I don't know what I don't know what other people are like. Me personally, I have all my notifications turned off. The only messages that I ever get are if anyone ats me personally, or if I get an at everyone. Which means I sometimes miss important things, which has happened. And if we're trying to hold a meeting, we kind of have to at everyone. The other thing with the at everyone is it isn't always us. Sometimes it's things like the Me6 bot because people are streaming, and things like that. So that might be something that we can change, that it doesn't at everyone, and that it just posts. We can have a look into that. But yeah, we will try and at everyone a little bit less. I know it's been a little bit relentless over the last few weeks.
Well, it's fine if you at everyone. I'm not saying at everyone's are bad, but make them actually worthwhile. Don't be like, okay, say like at everyone that day or a day before, like, hey, meeting tomorrow, 7 EST. But then you don't have to send out 3 more ats of starting in 30, starting in 15, starting now.
Yeah,
that's where
fine.
it becomes an issue.
Then people start ignoring the ads
Yeah.
first, and you feel.
Fine. Yeah, we will. I know there are issues with us, and that we need to be better at. And I'm more than happy to take those things on board and try and act on them for you guys. Because I know it is a pain in the ass. So maybe that's something we need to not do. And maybe for us it's trialing things and seeing what works. We're still new. We're still new to the game of what we're doing, and we're still trying to build our skills as well as not piss everyone off. So more than happy to just trying to chill out on the reminders, let's say. But that's something that we can do. Yeah. So anything else? Any other concerns? Any other questions?
If you want to do pings for the Me6 bot, what I have done in separate servers that I've run is set it so that you can give yourself a stream viewer role. And since if you want to be pinged for strings, you can get the role for that through a separate through a bot. I think Me6 can do it actually, or Dino.
Yeah.
And use that so that way that will cut down on initial pings, so people don't get at everyone for that. But
Okay.
Alright, I just got some news on from Insanity. He does not want us to focus on console Overwatch at the moment because we already have a PC team. He wants us to more or less be PC masters at it.
fantastic.
But he said eventually down the line, in about when the console scene starts showing more, then we'll target that. But
It doesn't cost anything to maintain both teams.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, if we put resources into scouting, and then it end up being not a relevant
It's not money, it's time.
esports. Yeah,
It's
And,
time that they could
like-
spend training rather than.
So right
Um,
now, he rather us, like, I don't know who here is getting the new Call of Duty or Destiny, because Destiny's also doing crossplay. Like, he wants to do Destiny or Call of Duty. That's what Insanity's talking about doing.
I wouldn't mind having a Call of Duty.
I think Call of
to
Duty
be
would be
fair.
more fruitful.
Well, here's the thing with
Yeah.
Call of Duty. It's going to be in the same kind of situation Overwatch is, because Call of Duty is going to franchises, like how Overwatch has franchises now. So we're kind of in that situation. We don't really know what kind of tournament set will it be. Like, will it be the same as Overwatch, how you guys do dirt tournaments? Like, you guys have, like, your Rose Cups and stuff like that? Or will we be doing, like, major land events? Will they allow, like, teams like how Optic Gaming and all them are, but Optic Gaming's no longer around? Like, we have to figure out what the tournament landscaping and things are to be.
Yeah, and
before we-
I understand that. I think that when it comes to Overwatch, it's been out for 2-3 years now. It has much more, like, we know what's going on, and I think that you see a lot of it transferred from TF2, so you kind of knew what the landscape was coming in. I don't expect Call of Duty to reach the level of community events that Overwatch has, as in there's Rose Cup and UGC, and we have all that kind of stuff. But we will. There will be smaller tournaments, but I don't think you'll see them at the same level that Overwatch has. So it's not as
Gotcha.
it's not as simple.
Well, we can investigate tournaments when nearer the time for game coming out.
Yeah.
But there won't be. I wouldn't expect there to be a tournament within the first month of the game coming out because people will still be getting used to it.
Call of Duty tournaments are usually within the first month. That's when they first have their first land events. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Okay, well, I mean, at the end of the day, I think, well, I don't know about now, but the general consensus used to be that everyone play Call of Duty. I know that's not the case now, but I'm sure a lot of you guys probably still do play it on and off, whether it's the new Call of Duty or it's the current Call of Duty or the previous Call of Duties. But I'm sure we can probably get a team together. I've potentially got a couple of players in mind that I know are very good, but I need to speak to them. But I will do that when nearer the time of the game coming out. Other than that, anything else?
Also, Insanity wanted to know to you, Orgzoid, would you like to lead, because you were talking about it before, take the lead position for our Rainbow Six Siege team? Because we're wanting to have one, but we gotta find somebody.
Potentially, my issue would be is that I don't know if I've got the time to put in to go and find players. But I'm more happy to give it a go. But my issue is just time. At the moment, I don't have a lot of it. And I'm potentially going to have even less of it next month. Because I'm on another job filming for 7 months. So I'm probably going to have less time than I currently do now. But potentially, can I let you know in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Cool. Because it's not something that I think we need to worry about right this second. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I just one note on it. I think we should probably look at building up teams we currently have over setting up
Expanding.
for new game. Like
Yeah.
we should get
I think
like our Overwatch, our CS, our Rocket League, Dead by Daylight, whatever other games we have. We should get those good down and packed so we know what we're trying to do before we go and overload ourselves.
Gotcha. Well, with when Insanity sees, we already have a Overwatch team fully, and that's with you guys and Dirt.
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight already has a set team. Gab, who's here, has a Rocket League team fully set. CSGO, that's on Wyman. Him and his team, we don't really know. So right now we have teams set up. It's just right now we're trying to
You're back.
That's fine. I
stretch
mean,
our
once
legs.
once we've organised all the teams and we know who's who and what's what, I think that's when we should start looking at new games.
Yeah.
Once I mean, we do have teams. Our issue is currently, I don't think we currently really know
Maintaining
who.
them.
Yeah, I think it's maintaining them, but currently we kind of know who's in the team, but at the same time we don't really know who's actually in the team. So we just kind of we need to find out exactly who's in what team, get those guys added, and then that's the point. Is once we're happy with everyone who needs to be in, that's either a what I'm going to call a first team player or sub. Then once we've sorted that out and everyone is in, then that's when we can move forward and start thinking about new games. I will start thinking about Rainbow Six soonish, but it's not something that I will probably bring to the table for at least a month.
I know for Insanity what he's talking about is just getting teams started, like having people start playing together, and once we start seeing true commitment out of people, then bring them into the pro Discord.
Yeah.
As a pro team.
Yeah, we need to be seeing commitment from everyone that is going to be in these pro teams, and that will be before we invite you to the new Discord. And once we can see that commitment and we know you're going to be there, then that's when you'll get your invites. But we need to see that commitment, we need to see the communication, we need to see training. You know, at the end of the day, if you're not, I mean, don't get me wrong, please do look for tournaments to enter, because that's just, it's a great thing to do. It also gets our name out there as well. But, you know, we just need to see some form of communication and action being taken before kind of we'll move forward and anything will happen.
The other thing is I'm tired of stressing this. I know everyone here has social media. Team's name out there on your stream, on the social media platform. We're trying to grow, and we just need everyone's support on the factor. Like, there's different ways to do it. We're not trying just to buy like subs. Like a lot of teams out there, they'll go and buy bots to subscribe to them. We're not trying to do that. We want a legit people to follow.
Everyone on the Discord, really, and I don't mean this to be rude, should be following us on Twitter and Instagram.
Well,
You're a
if
part of
you
the team.
that should, like, can you get a link? I can put it in chat.
We
we've
posted
done
it,
it
I think,
several
multiple times. Yeah, and it's like
but
one of those things
we-
everyone's tired of it.
Everyone's got tired of it, but we haven't posted them for quite a while, so we can repost them. That's not a problem. If we can get those up tonight, that would be good.
So here's the other thing I wanted to run by everybody. I want to know what everyone's mindset is. Since now we have the community and the pro Discord, I know some of these communities, a lot of the people that want to be competitive, they can't do it, like based off age. Would you guys rather have the community be for everyone and anyone that can join, or do you guys still want it to be 16 and up?
It should definitely
Now,
still be
16 and
adults. It should not be
16
children.
and up.
Having children in these brings issues and is not, like, I don't know. I honestly think it should be
Right.
18 and up more than anything, but that's just my 2 cents.
Well, I'm 14.
Gotcha.
I shouldn't be much of a problem.
Wait, who's 14? Who's speaking?
Bacon.
Mr. Bacon.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
He plays Rocket League with me.
Yeah, Rocket League's age of, because Epic Games bought it, they're dropping the age down to 13. The Fortnite's supposed to be raising their age to compete because of the guns in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or we can cross that bridge when we come to it.
Well, I don't think it should be. I don't think it should be a matter of what the game allows. I think it should be a matter of what us as an org wants. Like, do we want children in our organization?
Well, we said we would set the age limit at 16 now, and we said we'd put a hard cap on that. But we also said at the time that if there were anyone in teams and they were within their age group to play for their teams competitively, then we may make exceptions. But this comes down to the discretion of me.
How mature the person is and how they.
How much. It just comes down to the discretion of between me and Sanity and Dropzone, and how that player is. Their maturity. Not necessarily their skill level at all, but it's more of a maturity thing.
I don't really feel like it should just be me, you, and Sanity. I think our mods can have like a little bit of a say.
Yeah,
just a little
more
bit, but
than
like.
that. But yeah, no, that's fine. I have no issues with that. That's fine. But yeah, it comes down to the discretion of those who I'm gonna probably sound like a bit dick, but those who hold positions of power, be it mods, owners, and that platform's leader. So it will be a group conversation between us.
All right. Also, because I know you say a lot like show commitment, show that you're. What do you want? Like, what do you mean in terms of that? Like, because we like Dirt competes in tournaments. We do our stuff. We practice. We scrim. Do you want us every time that we do it, like say we're practicing, we're scrimming, we're doing this because there's not like a way to show.
Well, no, really, we don't want you to say that. We just want people to be a part of the team. Like we have, as you can notice here in our Discord, if you guys just want to take a quick peek, we have a lot of people who are sitting there, active, and they don't want to even talk or do anything. Like people recruit them in, and they just sit there, and they don't even want to be a part of us. Like we're just asking for you to post hi once in a while, go in, talk in the memes section, do different things like that. Now, if you want to compete, that completely goes to a whole new level of commitment. That means you actually have a team. That means you guys set your own practice schedules. You guys do tournaments. You guys show us as an organization what you're doing, because we're wanting to bring you guys up to the newer thing. We're not just going to bring everyone and anyone. We want to only bring the teams that are truly ready for that.
So I had a team leaders meeting, that was 2 days ago, with all the team leaders, and one of the biggest things I stressed to them was communication, and actually people talking to each other, because to be honest, I see the same 10 or 12 people talking to each other on the Discord, and no one else ever shows face. If someone asks a question, it's always one of those 10 or 12 people who will pop up and answer that question usually. If you see it and you can answer it and someone hasn't answered it, just pop up, answer the question, start talking to people, and become more social with people. But at the same time, with commitment, it's for the pro teams anyway. With commitment, it's more of a case of having your schedule set, and committing to being at practice, committing to going to tournaments and not pulling out at the last minute. Have a practice schedule that you have set, and make sure you stick to that. Or if there's certain people that can't make it, make sure that the game leader knows, or the person who organises training knows, so they can either have training without you and train with you another night, or postpone training to another day when you're all available. What we want to just see is some consistent training, and people actually going out the way and looking. Sorry, probably just coughed in everyone's ears. And going out there and looking for tournaments to actually competing, because the more you play in tournaments, again, the better you'll be. But it really is all about communicating with each other and just making sure you're turning up. I know you Dirt guys have your own Discord server, and it would be nice, because you are kind of you are. I know you are the Dirt team. We as a team would really prefer you to be under the TL name rather than the Dirt name.
Yeah, we're TL Dirt now. We're not just Dirt, we're TL Dirt.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. So, but as a team, we would like to see you communicating on our Discord, so we can see that you are actually active. Because there has been a point in time that I thought you'd all just left.
Yeah,
'Cause
I mean, once we go to pro, I'm sure we'll start transitioning a little more into it. It's just like this Discord when there's 30 ads a day. Most people have completely locked themselves out of it and just said we don't want to care.
It's just
or look.
it's visibility within the Discord that we're looking for. Because there's been a lot of people, sod it, the PlayStation team, they've got their own DM chat, which until 3 or we got rid of their area on the Discord because we didn't even think they existed. And it wasn't until I spoke to Cantrell a few days ago, he's kind of gone, well, we all talking DMs, and I'm like, guys, I was just like, dude, we have a server for a reason. This is why your area got removed, because we didn't see any activity, and then we were like, well, they obviously don't exist. They don't ever use their area, so we removed it because we didn't think we had a PlayStation team. Turns out we do have a PlayStation team, and we need to sort that out. And I said to those guys, once we put you all in the new server, you need to make sure you use the new server rather than talking in DMs. If you want to speak person to person, use the DMs. But if you're talking as a team, organising training, organising team meetings, things like that, you can stick it all in the pro Discord. That is it is there for you, for the pro teams to use, so you can all communicate with each other.
All right. Well, yep. The second that's made, Dirt will make an effort to use that more. I mean, second we get an invite, we'll move over.
That's fine. That's fine. That will happen. As I say, that will happen in the next kind of 7 days or so.
All right.
I just need to clear a few things up, but I'm actually away on holiday at the moment. So I'm kind of doing things as and when I've got time. The next 7 days or so, we will start hopefully adding teams to the new Discord.
All right.
Anyone else? Anything to say?
I actually have an idea kind of about meetings.
Yep.
So if y'all know how y'all say like we have a meeting like a day or a few hours before the meeting actually starts.
Yeah.
Y'all should make that not mandatory, and then like if y'all have a meeting that y'all announce days ahead, make that mandatory.
Yeah, that's fine. So
I agree with that as well.
We are going to try and be more forthcoming and give you more warning about when we're going to have meetings, and that's something that we need to work on, and we do know that. So that's absolutely fine. I don't necessarily disagree with you.
Also on this, threatening people with bans is not really a good thing.
A few people had majorly pissed us off last night. I will apologise for some of the things that were said last night, but there are a few people that really pissed us off last night with some of the things that they said. And we were kind of at a point where, what's the fucking point in doing this? We're trying to do this to, enjoy it, not just, have arguments left, right and centre, which is something that really, it pisses me off massively. I hate it when we just fucking start arguing in the Discord server. I really do. If you've got a problem with someone and you want to talk to them about it, go and talk to them in their DMs. Keep it off the Discord. I don't care whether you have a problem with me, someone else, but keep it off the Discord. DM them privately. Seren, I know I didn't reply to you eventually last night. Don't take that personally. I was just going to bed. I was really tired. I just wanted to go to sleep. That was nothing against you. I was so tired. Yeah. I was just like, I can't be after this. I just want to go to sleep. And I meant to message you this morning and I totally forgot. So, quite a few people pissed us off last night. Yes, alright, we possibly shouldn't have made the comments that we did, but we're all fairly annoyed with some of the things that have been said last night by various people. No one needs naming, but yeah, there was just a few people that really annoyed us last night, and that's why that happened. And that's why we wanted to call this meeting today. Because one of the biggest things we had a conversation about last night was activity within the Discord. And then, things happened. People got pissed off, and things escalated to turn up or get banned. And alright, yes, I will accept that. Maybe not the best thing for people to turn around and say, but as I say, we weren't in very good moods last night. Anyone else?
I think that's it.
Cool. Right, let's wrap this up then. It's now nearly 1 AM for me. But if that's it, I think we can all kind of start shooting off.
Cool.
If anyone needs to speak to me, again, as always, just drop me a DM, and
Alright.
I will see what I can do for you.
Okay. Do you want me to upload this and then just like shoot you a link, org?
Yeah, if you can upload it, how are you going to upload it?
I'm probably just gonna throw it on YouTube and make it like private.
Yeah, or you could zip the file, upload it to. Have you got anything like a Mega or a Dropbox account?
I'll find something. I'll get it over to you.
And you can just share it that way.
Cool.
Or yeah, if you want to upload it to YouTube as private and just send me a link, that's fine.
That might
That's
probably be
easier
easiest
for
for
you.
me. Yeah.
Fine, yeah, just do that and send me a link, and then I can just I'll just download it.
Okay.
Cool. Alright guys, well enjoy your evenings. And I will speak to you later.
You do.
Okay. Bye bye, gamers.